Those are some of my favorite colors, black and purple.
I have black and purple are your favorite color.
I would expect that.
Oh, you can do that. You can still see it very well. I didn't color mine. I colored mine. I'm doing the back.
No, I'm doing it.
Do you think I should do? Can I use that one?
I'm making my pants blue.
6, okay. Awesome.
I have blue. I'm still. I need. Can I stick one?
I would be like, that would be weird. I need black again.
This is fun.
Brown and purple. That's like the main color. Hey, you're helping me.
I'm doing just a random stuff. Do you like my circle?
Yeah. Do you like my circle so far? Oh, you can see your buttons.
Someone has a soldier that's naked. I'm done.
Ready?
Can you hang it? Awesome. It's blue.
With bells and honey rings, tinsel, garland, popcorn on string. Mama said, trim it just as you like. I've got to tidy up for the night. The top, they didn't need it anymore, so they put it just outside the door. Now later on that frosty night, Frisky Fox came into sight. He spied that treetop and he rubbed his chin and he opened his sack and he shoved the top in. He scampered home and jumped his gate because this Christmas present could not wait. It's even better than mince. What were you going to say? He worked for Mr. Willoughby. Yes?
The girl who's upstairs?
Yeah. This is something that his job was to keep something like in the summertime you might have flowers in it and sometimes you might have vegetables. Yes, the gardener, Tim the gardener, Mr. and Mrs. Tim. Before Tim the gardener, who had it? She used scissors to snip off the top. Yeah, that maid, Miss Adelaide. Isn't that a cool name? Miss Adelaide upstairs maid. Now, Baxter the butler was the one who was in charge.
Okay, so you're going to be in the back with me.
I won't leave you.
Anybody else single file line in front of me right here, please?
Hey.
All right, guys, you ready?
Yep, he would put wooden soldiers on his tree. Well done. Now, because this was his house and he lived here, he moved here to Indianapolis with his wife when he was 20 years old and built this house when he was 40 years old and lived in here before he was president and after he was president, okay?
Now, Ben and Caroline only had 2 kids, so why did they need all of these extra places at the table? Yeah.
For the family?
Well, it was just a family of 4, though, who lived here, so, yeah.
Maybe for guests or the people who work here?
Okay, now the people who worked here usually ate back in the kitchen after they served the family, and we'll see the kitchen table in and how to sit at your table correctly, and there were a lot of rules. In fact, none of us are even dressed right to sit at this table. because none of us, the girls would all have to be wearing a nice dress and the boys would have to be wearing the suit with the tie and everything. I'm not kidding. That's how they used to eat that time. But once they got seated, they had really good food. They had an excellent cook. Ben's favorite food was roasted pork. Does that remind you guys of anything, the shape of that? Yeah. The light reminds you of what? It reminds me of magic too. Yeah. Well, it's got glass, so it does have crystal-like things in it. But the thing is, it looks like a wedding cake. It looks like a cake. That's called a wedding cake lamp. The way they would light these at night, they didn't have electricity, right? So what you would do, you see those little keys that come down underneath where the light. Serious guy. He was working all day long. He would sit at his desk all day working. Then he'd come home and work at his home office, which is cool. And I'll show you guys his home office in just a minute. It's the one with the White House desk and the big bookcase. But first, any questions about this room? Okay, let's go see if is that room
there.
And the only thing different about the way we decorated is a lot of this green would have been real and not, artificial greenery. But they would do all these things. Very important at Christmas time to decorate, just right. And the tree, remember how they lit it up? You see on there the candles. And does anybody remember what this bucket's for over here? What was that for? Yeah. Putting out fires if they had sand in it. Now, girls just would take a silver tray like that, and you would take your calling card. And everybody would give calling cards to their friends, and it would have a day on it. It would say Wednesday at 2 o'clock. And that meant all of your friends could come over and visit you on Wednesdays at 2 o'clock. That way, they don't come all the way over just to find out you're not there. So you get all these calling cards with your day to all your friends. So there's a calling card on there so you can kind of see what Mrs. Harris's look like. Hold on, I'll give you a chance to get up in just a minute. So Ben and Caroline was sitting here. Now,
there's no way to change the ISO while on a video mode. This is kind of bummer. You can only change the speed and the aperture.
Everybody knows what a CD player is, right? The metal pieces that go underneath are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, like the notes, you see. So this turns and it makes the song play like a player piano. So we're going to hear history today, which is really awesome. Somebody listened to this back when Ben was president, and now we're going to listen to it today. So I'll play the Regina-phone for you while you're looking around. If you have a question, please feel free to come up and ask them. That would be fun. But for right now, don't touch anything. Go ahead and stand up, and I'll play the Regina-phone for you.
Is that original to its time, or is that
to its time?
I seen them for sale at the Biltmore Estate in North Carolina. So
One of these?
yeah,
I haven't been to Biltmore yet.
I think it's like $1,200 or something like that. I have a CD of songs played on the Regina phone. So.
Yeah, I've seen those. By the way, guys, before we exit the room, I should tell you, where you girls are standing here? This is where Benjamin Harrison stood when he said he would run for president. He accepted the nomination right there in the doorway in 1888. Electricity. What would you use to cool things off? Yeah. Well, there were people lived out in the country who had put a little doghouse looking thing over a creek that ran by their house, and the cool running water would sort of blow on it, keep it cool. But if you lived in the city, you had to use something else. What's the opposite of fire? Yeah.
Ice.
Ice. You would put this in your window every few days, and that would tell the iceman who came down the street with his wagon, he would tell him how much ice you needed. You might need 25 pounds, you might need 100 pounds, sawdust on them and stuff like that. And then they would have ice all summer long.
Okay, one suggestion, there is no function to delete all of the files. I think in NX300 there's a function where you can delete. You can choose and select the files that you want to delete. This one, it seems to be, I couldn't find it at least now. Just one file at a time, so that's kind of a bummer.
Is it?
Please do not touch me. I'm fragile. Thank you. Me. Touch me.
All right, guys. Thank you.
How about you stand by your chaperone?
What if we don't? What if
Yes.
Then you can stand by me.
Patty, come on, get by your chaperone. Patty, I'm with my chaperone. Yeah, I'm with mine too.
This reason that.
No, you're not. That one. My chaperone's inside.